All right, so to start off, I put down a piece of fleece. So this is just a scrap piece of fleece. It's polyester, so it doesn't dye, and that's on purpose. This is just to create those peaks and valleys that will stay up a little bit better than if you don't have that foundation. So here I'm just making big scrunches in the fabric. This is a bamboo fiber, so it takes color really well. I love dyeing these swaddles because they just take the color so well. And I just try to make those peaks as tall as I can. Really, I like them to be really tall so that it almost looks floral in the end. The edges kind of came off of the fleece, and that was okay. I just kind of scrunched them in there. I wanted the main focal point to be the center anyway. So here I took some magic tracks and I wrapped it around so that it kind of held it in place. And I stuck it in this rack that has holes in it, so it's not sitting in the muck. The ice dye will run off. I'm adding some ice here. I used pebble ice for this. I did a whole video about pebble ice versus other ice, and I hate using pebble ice, but this was what I had left. You can see how like rock solid it is. It just melts together if you don't use it fast. So I kind of put just like big chunks of ice on here because I couldn't break it up. And you know what? Whatever. It ended up making it look really water flowy, which was great. Here I'm trying to break it up a little bit. Don't use pebble ice, okay? I mean, if you really want to, you can, but I don't like pebble ice. Okay. First color I used was sea glass. This is like a dark seafoam. I love sea glass. This color mix in general, actually, I came up with when I was doing one of my lives. I do lives on Saturday, and I did a live and I just picked 3 random colors, and it was these 3 colors, and they look so good together. So that was kind of a random by chance thing. Here's Snow Maiden. This is an ice dye color. It's kind of blue, and then it splits to a lighter blue. So I really like this one. This one's pretty. It's not a super splitter, so I'm surprised they call it an ice dye color, because some of these ice dye colors split into like 2 distinct or even 3 colors. This one isn't really so much of a splitter, just as like a blue. And then Eggplant, this is a really dark purple color. I like this color a lot, especially with the mix of the blue and the sea glass. It really makes it pop, and you'll see in this final result how pretty these colors really do look together. And another thing you'll notice too when I show the final result is that the top part is a lot almost like watered down looking, and that's because that top had that big old chunk of ice on it. So here's the rinse out process.